What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got this has injured 2,000 plus players and it's not Lawrence Taylor. Let's check this out. Okay. Ray Lewis.
The most feared men on the American gridiron roam the field like wild beasts, looking for whom to devour.
Damn.
Receivers trembled at the very thought of having to cross the middle of the field.
Ooh.
For decades, these men tormented
That boy B-Dog, aka Weapon X.
in their arena. However, little did they know that the most destructive force of nature on the field lay right underneath their feet.
Oh, the turf.
The Astrodome.
Yeah, like, bro, for $1 billion company, bro, y'all using artificial turf, bro, instead of real grass, bro. Like, what the like, bro? I never understand that, especially that MetLife turf, bro. Y'all gotta start getting some actual grass, bro. Like, for y'all to be a $1 billion company, and y'all can't even get real grass for your players, bro. Like, they want to make sure their players are fucking safe and shit with the damn hits, but don't want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure they safe with the damn grass and shit. Like, bro.
AstroTurf is often criticized for leading to more injuries to players.
This turf is 4 times as soft as natural turf.
Now we're going to turn to those fields of artificial turf being installed more and more. They're easily maintained and said to be safe.
That shit is not safe, gang. You know how many people have torn Achilles and ACLs from turf, bro?
A non-contact thing on AstroTurf, trying to move to his left.
Crazy, man. And I turned down my saturation, by the way, bro, because I was tired of niggas asking me, am I wearing makeup, bro? Like, really? The fuck I look like? Come on now.
The mixture of grass, earth, water.
Damn, muddy ass game.
Harking back,
I know that shit was fun as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is what football was at its core. A game of competition and fun. A game of nature and man.
Bro, what the fuck?
Competition and fun.
Nah, gang. Of course he's a Steelers player, bro.
Of nature.
Nigga, help him up, gang.
But that would all soon change.
Yo.
With the installation at the Houston Astrodome in 1966, the swing to synthetic turf was on. The response has been overwhelming. And today, more than 100...
So they've had artificial turf for years, bro. Decades probably too, bro.
The introduction
Like,
of
yo.
AstroTurf would revolutionize America's game. Players became faster. Hits became harder. Mud bowls were now a thing of the past. The future had arrived. And atop this new innovation, some of the NFL's most iconic moments occurred. The famed Immaculate Reception. The Dolphins' 1972 undefeated season.
Still the only team to go through a whole season undefeated, bro.
Walter Payton's
And win a Super Bowl.
1984 season. The Bears' defense of the 1980s would all take place atop AstroTurf.
Damn, who the fuck went flying over the top?
The iconic moments sewed into the NFL's lore, a disturbing trend would slowly begin to emerge.
Okay.
Into its trail, rolls of energy-absorbing underpads are carefully laid to cushion the fall.
Damn, bro, I know bro got whiplash off of that. Holy shit. I remember that hit on Brady. Brady a tough ass nigga though. Nigga hop right back up after that.
Well, the way he's beating that turf, it's not good news for the New York Jets.
What was initially
Damn.
the future of the NFL, AstroTurf would begin to destroy careers. With devastating injury after injury, the facade of safety and injury reduction the creators, Monsanto, had preached would soon fade away. While the traction the turf provided led to a faster, more exciting game, it soon proved to be devastating to a player's health. The traction the turf provided amplified the stress placed on the joints. There was no give or absorption of the force exerted, and in turn, all the force would be placed on tendons and joints, leading to injury. The foot would also get stuck in the turf, which would also lead to ankle and knee injuries. Head
Damn.
injuries also became more common, with the increased speed of the game and the turf's concrete-like surface leading to...
And like, yeah, bro, like turf is basically concrete, my nigga, just a softer version of concrete. Why the hell do y'all have y'all players playing on concrete, bro? They do all this chatting about making sure that their players are safe, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, but don't want to use actual grass.
and harder falls.
That shit like does not make sense to me at all.
Players often remark that playing on AstroTurf was like playing on solid concrete. Second-degree burns were now common on players' elbows.
Second-degree
from
burns is
playing on
crazy.
turf, and the introduction of one of the most debilitating injuries for a football player, turf toe, began to spread like
Ah, that's where turf toe
ending
came from.
careers of the
Okay.
NFL's toughest man,
Okay.
Jack Lambert.
I heard turf toe ain't no joke, bro. For the people that got it, they say that shit hurt like a
No
motherfucker.
stadium with the devastating
Like
effects
turf toe
of
is basically
turf
concussion
felt
protocol
than
on
in
Madden.
notorious Veteran Stadium.
Veteran Stadium. The glistening new home of the Eagles was an optimistic sight for Philadelphia fans as 1971 began.
He said, we can't play on this field. This field is unsafe now. This is 1971, first game there. These are all the things we've heard now for the next 30 years.
But the biggest problem remained the turf.
We knew it was hard, we knew it was crazy. We knew it would cut you up. And I guess the more that they played on in the years that we played on, it got worse.
Rodney Peete is hurt.
The whole league knows about the vet turf. There's two things you can get hit by: our defenders or our stadium.
Damn. Donovan McNabb said that. W quote.
Veterans Stadium, home to the Philadelphia Eagles, and home to the most notorious turf in the NFL. The field.
Wait, did that shit have
had
cracks
home
in
to
it?
The most notorious turf in the
No
NFL.
fucking way, bro.
The field had big seam gaps and bumps 3 inches high. Herman Edwards, former player for the Eagles, likened.
Shit, I thought MetLife turf was dangerous, bro. What the hell?
With a rug pulled over it. Careers had been lost, years shaving off prominent careers, and would cause one of the most brutal injuries in NFL history.
They've had to bring the car to the rickshaw out. This time it's Wendell Davis, the Bear wide.
What happened to him?
And they're looking at his right knee. It looks like he stopped to plant to go back, and his right.
Why the screen black, bro? Show me the injury.
As
I just want to
the
see.
Chicago Bears faced off against the Philadelphia Eagles, a typically injury-riddled game would ensue, with a man carted off seemingly on every other play.
Wow.
All too common at Veteran Stadium. On a 1st and 10, quarterback Jim Harbaugh went back to pass.
Oh shit,
lobbing
Jim
to
Harbaugh.
receiver Wendell Davis.
That nigga wide open game.
Davis slows down for the pass and attempts to reach up behind him when both of his knees give out and falls to the turf. He immediately reaches for his knees and is
Both of
clearly in
them?
excruciating pain. As Davis went up for the football, his feet had gotten stuck into the AstroTurf, as if they were nailed into the carpet, causing both tendons in his knees to snap.
Ooh,
Davis had severed the patella tendons in both of his knees.
damn.
This would be the final play of Wendell Davis's career.
Wow, bro, they got turf out here ending careers and shit.
The same week, first overall pick, Steve Emmittman, defensive tackle for the Indianapolis Colts, would tear his anterior cruciate ligament, medial collateral ligament, and patella tendon, all ripped violently on a non-contact play.
Yeah, those non-contact
The
injuries are the
following week,
worst, bro.
Giants receiver Mike Sherrard partially dislocated his hip and fractured his hip socket
Ooh,
after a catch at Veteran Stadium the following week. All
ooh,
were non-contact.
that looked nasty. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
The following week.
Oh my
All
gosh.
were non-contact injuries that devastated these men's careers and brought the issue of the safety of turf once again to the forefront.
Remembered for a devastating injury. The slow motion replay is gruesome. The Veteran Stadium was picked as the worst surface, and by an overwhelming number of the players.
It was so sharp.
All week long, they talked about having to play at the vet and having to play on that horrible turf. So it was in the back of their mind.
You don't want that turf monster or the sea monster to come bite you.
at an inopportune time.
In 1996, quarterback for the Eagles Rodney Peete tore his patella tendon, falling to the ground untouched during a drop back. And in 1999, one of the greatest receivers of his time, Michael Irvin, career would end as his head was driven.
Oh no!
Career.
Oh, I could just tell how nasty that was by the way his head went down, bro. Holy shit!
Concrete-like surface.
Oh no!
The vet's AstroTurf. He would suffer from a cervical spine injury and would eventually be diagnosed with cervical spine stenosis. In 2000,
damn.
Bears quarterback Cade McNown was slammed to the turf, causing a separated shoulder. And in 2001, a preseason game between the Eagles and Ravens was canceled due to safety issues concerning.
What the hell?
Between the Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens has been canceled.
In 2004, Veterans Stadium was demolished.
Oh, it was demolished. Okay, I thought it collapsed. I was like, yo. Okay, what's next? Kurt Warner.
While AstroTurf tormented men across the league, fearing their next cut may be their last, an offense would emerge in the late 90s that would use the AstroTurf's fast surface to their advantage. The greatest show on turf, as they would come to be known, led by undrafted
Marshall
quarterback
Faulk,
Kurt Warner, running back Marshall Faulk, and receivers Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. During this 3-year stretch from 1999 to 2001, the greatest show on turf set several league scoring and yardage records, produced 3 consecutive NFL MVPs, and made 2 Super Bowl appearances, winning 1 championship. Offensive mastermind Mike Martz of the St. Louis Rams stated, "We would all love to see games only on grass, but on that old surface, guys could come out of cuts and change direction exceptionally fast.
And they can tear ligaments extremely fast as well, bro."
In 2004, the Rams would be the final team to stop using Generation 1 AstroTurf.
Tonight's game is being played on perhaps the most talked about turf in college football. Now, it all started after the 5th down game when Coach McCarthy complained that his players slipped on this surface no less than 92 times.
92 times is crazy.
Missouri has OmniTurf. Very slick surface. It has a sand base. Get very slick, and it will come into play.
Thanks, Brian. Put your spikes on and get ready to run around that field today.
The field of screams. Holy shit.
Amidst the flurry of injuries caused by AstroTurf through the 70s and 80s, an innovation would be made in an attempt to make the surface more grass-like by adding a sand-based infill. It would fail to find a home in the NFL, and instead made its home at the University of Missouri in Farrott Field. And what was initially supposed to be an answer to the injury-plagued AstroTurf proved to be even more deadly.
Oh shit. Pump fake.
Where it would quickly earn the nickname, the Field of Screams. The turf was
Colorado Buffaloes
by the Big 8 Conference. Colorado coach Bill McCartney stated, "He'd just as soon play in a parking lot than on that thing."
Wow.
Saying the field was in such condition as to damage the integrity of the game. The slippery field often killed drives and caused devastating injuries to players. Heisman winner Rashaan Salam stated, "Each time you got tackled, it was like being hit twice, one by the player and once by the turf."
Oh, that's a horse collar of hell right there. Holy shit.
And in 1994, the University of Missouri reverted back to natural grass. The Field of Screams was no more.
As it should, bro. Everybody should play on grass, bro. I don't understand why the fuck they still using turf,
would
bro.
Usher in new innovations in artificial turf. The next generation turf used longer fibers. The longer fibers are then filled in with sand and recycled rubber.
That's why you be seeing the rubber pellets
receiver Wendell Davis,
block
who
the
suffered
field.
a famed injury at Veterans Stadium, stated that when he walked on his son's college football team's turf, It was like walking on pillows. It seemed as if the innovations made since artificial turf's first use in the NFL in 1969 were finally at an even keel as its grass counterparts. But that was far from the truth.
And the last thing, Mike, you know I'll say it. I've been waiting to say this all week. Can we get rid of mother effing field turf in football?
This is one reason why in a study covering more than 2,600 NFL games, ACL sprains were 67% more likely to occur on artificial turf than on natural grass.
And so one player is saying he'd rather get struck by lightning than play on turf.
That is crazy. Look at Julian
I was
Edelman.
going to sue. How are we a professional? This is a multi-billion-dollar company, and we got a sticky.
Thank you.
Sterling Shepard officially
Thank
teared
you.
his ACL. For Sterling Shepard has torn his ACL. His season is over.
Can we get grass fields in every stadium? You know, the great soccer players over in Europe won't even play. It's in their contract. They will not play on field turf.
But it feels like the turf injuries seem to be a lot more gruesome because of the lack of give.
We are ruining people's careers. We worry about, player safety and all that. None of the players.
And it's basically ruining people's future too, bro. Like they got a chance to, make millions of dollars and shit like that for their family. And then like one wrong injury can just end that, bro. Like
over grass, none.
NFL got to do something about this for real. Okay, there's no reason why they should be just using turf, bro, instead of natural grass.
Planet.
That one's not a fun one to play on.
Crazy, bro.
The home of the New York Giants.
Yeah, MetLife Stadium has got the worst turf in NFL,
a
bro.
stadium that would earn a reputation similar to that of the infamous Veterans Stadium.
Probably worse than Veterans Stadium. No bullshit.
That is Nick Bosa. So you already saw Garoppolo go down, but look at that injury update. Bosa, Thomas, Garoppolo.
Damn, I think wasn't this like 2021, 2022 or some shit? Excuse me. Oh, it's 2020. I thought it was like 2021. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
49ers, coming off a Super Bowl appearance in 2019, faced off against the New York Jets led by Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one that was still on the Jets in 2020. That is crazy.
Winning 31-13. However, a heavy price would be paid. Early in the first quarter, Jimmy Garoppolo would be hit from behind, causing him to injure his ankle and left knee. And with a flurry of big hits due to Greg Williams' hyper-aggressive defensive scheme, Garoppolo would go into the locker room early and would not return, suffering a high ankle sprain. Nick Bosa, with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, would get his cleat stuck into the turf and would tear his ACL, ending his season. Soon afterward, defensive end Solomon Thomas would fall to the turf, tearing his ACL, ending his season. Running back Raheem Mostert would sprain his MCL after being tackled and taken to the ground by Jets defenders. With 6 minutes left in the third quarter, Tevin Coleman would get hurt after being tackled near the sidelines. After the game, defensive end for the 49ers, Arik Armstead, told reporters, "Guys seem to be getting stuck into the ground, more than regularly. A bunch of our players went down. It wasn't real fun to be a part of and see happen to your teammates." And tweeting after the game, "At NFL, fix this trash MetLife turf. 2020 is so whack."
Gosh.
A week prior, when the Steelers faced off
I'm surprised the NFL didn't fine him for that,
James
bro.
Conner injured his
No
ankle,
fun ass
and
league.
Zach Benner tore his ACL. An investigation would ensue that found that independent inspectors had checked the field prior to the game and said it was in compliance with all NFL policies. Unfortunately for the 49ers, no action was taken by the NFL, and as fate would have it, they would face the New York Giants the very next week in the same stadium.
Wow.
Jordan
Very next week is
sprained his
crazy.
MCL, and linebacker Mark Nsiocha injured his quad. However, the 49ers were not the only ones that would face the wrath of the MetLife turf. In week 1 of the 2022 season, the Baltimore Ravens would lose offensive tackle Juwan James and cornerback Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, that Kyle Fuller one, bro, was brutal. Brutal.
Commander center Tyler Larson tore his ACL in a game against the Giants. There was also friendly fire, with the Giants losing Jabril Peppers and Blake Martinez to ACL injuries.
MetLife turf does they only discriminate, bro. Shit.
But more famously, the Giants would lose Sterling Shepard to one of the most bizarre injuries in recent history.
Yeah, because wasn't he just jogging?
And Sterling Shepard is down and in a lot of pain at the Giants' 44-yard line.
While jogging downfield,
Yeah, he was just jogging, bro.
in the air, grabbed his knee and fell to the ground. Former teammate Odell Beckham Jr. soon took to Twitter stating, "Just get rid of it all together, bro. Billions made off this game. I can't understand why we can't play on grass. That is rough. Prayers up for my brother. Just hurt my heart." Later that season, rookie receiver
Wan'Dale
Robinson tore his ACL going out of bounds, but the reign of terror of the MetLife turf would soon end.
The NFLPA wrote a letter calling for the immediate replacement and ban of slit film turf fields throughout the league.
This morning, the NFL Players Association is demanding that the league ban certain artificial turf fields in order to keep players safe.
Certain? No, how about get rid of all of it, nigga?
Asking the league for an immediate ban on slit film turf fields, they're called, citing higher injury rates compared to other playing surfaces, specifically non-contact.
Bro, get rid of
ankle
all of it.
and
Fuck
foot injuries.
certain.
I mean, the
amount of
data
it, bro.
stands
Get
out.
rid of all of it, gang.
Those numbers are staggering, the difference in injury rate.
Since the 1970s, the NFL Players Association repeatedly brought the issue of the safety of artificial turf, but to no avail, even bringing the issue directly to Congress 3 times in 1972, 77, and 78. But all for nothing.
Damn! That nigga got
But
sandwiched,
finally,
bitch.
someone would listen. NFLPA President J.C. Tretter would post a column citing studies that slit film turf leads to a higher percentage of non-contact injuries, missed time injuries, lower extremity injuries, and foot and ankle injuries. NFL and NFLPA experts both agreed on the data that slit film turf was in fact more dangerous to a player's health than alternatives. The issue with slit film turf is that the grass blades are not monofilament, single blades like real grass. Slit film has openings in the pieces resembling a net-like effect. These openings could potentially catch a player's cleat in the material. Soon afterward, and after the flurry of injuries the Giants endured, the team announced that they will be playing on a new surface in
So now it makes sense when you see some people get caught by the turf monster. Like, for instance, when Daniel Jones was running down the field, had that big rushing play, and then he got caught by the turf monster. Now it all makes sense now,
Although
bro.
the new surface will also be synthetic, slit film will be no more. The Detroit Lions, who also use slit film turf that drew lots of criticism from players around the league and members of their own team, decided they will also be changing their playing surface for the 2023 season.
That Bengal defense, which looked so good
Super
in the
Bowl.
second half 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, well,
The Rams
OBJ.
traded 2 firsts, a third, and their quarterback Jared Goff. So they went all in. Nothing said that more than this trade. And finally, we are off and running in Super Bowl 56.
On the NFL's grandest stage, Odell Beckham Jr. would fall to the turf untouched at SoFi Stadium, and the media whirlwind would ensue.
He would have definitely won Super Bowl MVP if he didn't get hurt, bro. They could not guard this nigga.
To check him out.
With star players from around the league starting a petition to ban all turf from NFL stadiums, with the likes of Nick Bosa tweeting, "Every player is one play away from altering their career forever when playing on turf. I experienced the bad side of this, and it could have been avoided." Nick Bosa knew the damaging effects of artificial turf all
Facts.
too well. The hashtag #FlipTheTurf would soon begin to trend. Browns running back Nick Chubb would tweet, 90% of NFL players prefer real grass, including me. In 2020, I sprained my MCL on artificial turf. Odell's injury had brought the issue of artificial turf back to the forefront. How many more careers need to be cut short for the NFL to acknowledge this problem? Artificial turf was originally used in the NFL because growing grass was not possible in certain areas and stadiums.
Well, now it is possible, bro. So change it,
Today
nigga.
we see grass fields in places
Fuck y'all
like
doing?
Arizona and Las Vegas. But now it's not the inability to grow grass that causes stadiums to stick with artificial turf. It is now all about money.
Of course it is, bro. Of course, like, bro, the NFL is all about money, bro. Like, they don't really give a fuck about the player safety, bro. Let's keep it a buck. As much as they say they are, they don't give a
The more events, the more
fuck at
revenue
all.
stadiums generate. Rather than being a player-first league,
All they care about
the
is
NFL
making money,
continues to allow
bro.
inferior
That's it.
surfaces into stadiums, jeopardizing the
Ooh,
players
why
who
did he-
continues to allow inferior surfaces into stadiums, jeopardizing
I thought I saw
the
his
careers of
fucking
players
whole
who
ankle
already risk
bend.
their health playing a contact sport. The most dangerous sport in the world,
Damn.
where the most lethal aspect of the sport is the very foundation that all players run on. Something needs to be changed.
Yeah. Hey man, what do you guys think, bro, about this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely need to get rid of artificial turf, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, bro, like, the shit like this is definitely gonna keep happening, bro. Especially when they play on MetLife turf, bro. People can continue to tear their ACLs, MCLs, their Achilles, and all this other shit, bro. The NFL need to do something about it, like, and they need to do it fast, for real. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all let me know what other NFL videos you want me to react to. Without further ado, I'm out. Gang!